to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
On 2nd down now, it's Love. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Down to lose one.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded just inside the 20. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 23 yards on the play.
You don't have to win the 40-yard dash to still have good mobility. How about him getting outside of the pocket, throwing on the run, and picking up a 1st down?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Going to give it to Love. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Redskins' 12-yard line. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check it back. Check it.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Tackles. Mike 5'9".
3rd and long for Prescott. Going for it all. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run on 1st down. Love. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. No.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Hey.
Second and 14. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now you got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But you've got a good defensive front. You just allow them to...
And it is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Prescott now. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Running to start the drive is Love. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Get your swarm on. Mike's back home.
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
It's going to be a long day.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Love. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Switch. Check nickel. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. It's our time.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
He's not going to get me. Hustle.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Set the tone, defense.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand there. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, kill.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Fielded just inside the 30. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
It's hauled in by Shepard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He'll drop to throw. To to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and now it's 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Prescott from the gun. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Oh, Prescott stripped. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They come out here in the eye. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Bryce Love with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A gain there of 21 yards. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for the Redskins touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be like when we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down.
Prescott now from the 50. Going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jonathan Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
That drive took him inside to 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground, it's Love. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. That's pulled in at the 32. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now here is another interception. Reuben Foster picks it. Cooper was the target there. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. This is Love. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On third down, here's Love. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Let's get it.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
54 Mike. You don't know no better.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Redskins, it's an important win in terms of staying.